I'm hearing that the Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko rematch is going to take place in July 9th in Manchester. It's yet to be confirmed whether or not this is going to happen. Peter Fury has said it, and various other sources have said it, but it hasn't been officially confirmed by Vladimir Klitschko or any of his team, which leads me to believe that potentially this might not be happening. I just read an article on Boxing News where David Hay said the same thing, that, Vladimir Klitschko hasn't fought outside of Germany for so many years. Russia, he had a fight in Russia against Povetkin, and he fought Brian Jennings in New York, but it's very rare that he fights outside of Germany. And if he is going to fight a rematch with Klitschko, it's unlikely. Sorry, for Tyson Fury, it's unlikely that it's going to be in Manchester, because it will give Tyson Fury the hometown advantage, and it's going to be a very big rematch, and there's a lot at stake and a lot on the line. So if he does fight Tyson Fury, then it's likely to be, something that is going to work to his advantage if it's in his hometown. So, we'll wait and see whether or not it is true or not. For obviously Tyson Fury fans and British fans, that's great news, because we don't have to worry about Tyson Fury going over to Germany and getting a dodgy decision against him or something funny happen. So, it would be very good for, Tyson Fury fans and Tyson Fury and the Fury team if it happens in Manchester, because it's the hometown advantage. So watch this space and see what's happening. David Hayes said something quite interesting. He said, look, they announced that the fight was going to happen, on the final day of the press conference between Charles Martin and Anthony Joshua. So because Anthony Joshua is getting so much love from the British public, people are saying that Tyson Fury, or Tyson Fury fans namely, are saying that, Tyson Fury should be getting some love, but everything seems to be going AJ's way. Anthony Joshua is a 15-fight novice, they say, and he's fighting for a world title. He hasn't really earned the right to fight for a world title. The only reason he's fighting for a title is because Charles Martin called him out, and that's the only reason. And Tyson Fury beat the man. I was watching an interview with Teddy Atlas recently. It's quite an old one, but I watched it today as it goes. And Teddy Atlas was saying, you can't really, call yourself a champion unless you beat the man. So Tyson Fury has beaten Vladimir Klitschko. So that's why people are saying that, Fury fans and Fury in particular, barking a lot lately about Anthony Joshua, claiming that, he's a 15-fight novice and he doesn't deserve to be fighting for a world title. Yet you've got the UK fans just, loving him and showing him a lot of love and appreciation, and Tyson Fury just getting stick. And he's not really that well known. I mean, as a heavyweight champion, the man who went to Germany and dethroned an 11-year reign, he defeated Vladimir Klitschko. All right, it wasn't the most entertaining of fights. It was probably, not very entertaining at all to some people, but you have to give Tyson Fury credit. He went over there to Germany and he beat him convincingly every single round. So you've got to give credit where credit's due, and I think that he should be getting a lot more recognition from the public, because he is the man. He is the pretty much unified heavyweight champion of the world. So, he should be getting a lot more love in his eyes. So when he sees Anthony Joshua getting all this love, and it's like maybe that's the reason why they made an announcement to try and take the limelight away. That's not something that I'm necessarily agree with, but this is what I've heard David Hayes say. So you never know, it could have been something along them lines why Peter Fury said the same thing, so, or it made that announcement, because it hasn't been confirmed by any of the Klitschkos. I mean, I also heard that Tyson Fury had a back problem, so I don't know what's going on there. So obviously that doesn't mean anything. I heard some rumors that Tyson Fury had a back problem, and he's not going to be able to fight for some time. So the rematch in May wasn't looking like it was going to happen, and then I was thinking that the fight was going to take place sometime in September, but here we have an announcement for July 9th. So that those rumors about Tyson Fury's back are just dead in the water basically. So we're just waiting to see whether Klitschko confirms that a date has been set. But if he does fight in Manchester and potentially his last fight, then I got to say, I got to give props for him coming to Fury's hometown to fight for a world title, and he should, because Tyson Fury is the champ at the end of the day. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Now, what's really interesting for me is the whole Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua beef that's been going on for some time. You very rarely hear Anthony Joshua bark back, but I think Tyson Fury happened to push the right buttons, and you see a little Twitter back and forth going on between the two, and it could just stem from Tyson Fury really, just being a bit upset about the fact that Anthony Joshua was getting all the love. And there was a lot of talk in the press recently about Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua and the little disagreement that's going on between them. Tyson Fury calling Anthony Joshua a bodybuilder. The only reason he can hit so hard is because any man who pumps weights can hit hard, and there's nothing special about him. He doesn't have jab, he doesn't have head movement, he doesn't have footwork, so it makes him pretty much useless. So he was given the gold medal, in the Olympics. He lost a lot of the fights. There was a lot of dodgy decisions, and Tyson Fury is throwing everything at him. And Anthony Joshua called him a hater and so on and so forth. So let's just hope that Anthony Joshua gets through Prince Charles Martin fight tonight, and if Tyson Fury was to beat Vladimir Klitschko in the rematch, then a lot of rumors are going around saying that this fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury can take place a lot sooner than we think. But obviously, Deontay Wilder has to fight Alexander Povetkin and beat him, and if he does, you never know who Tyson Fury might go for. Wherever the money is, either way, it's looking really interesting. In the heavyweight division, but going back to the Tyson Fury versus Klitschko fight, in my opinion, I think that, Tyson Fury would beat Klitschko again. I think he beat him convincingly the first time round. And if you look back on my previous post, you'll see that I said when I watched Vladimir Klitschko fight Bryant Jennings in the first fight, he was just jabbing and grabbing and jabbing. He didn't throw any right hands, didn't throw any uppercuts, any hooks. He was just jabbing, and it was a really, really boring fight. And I was thinking, this guy doesn't want to let his hands go. He's scared of, throwing a punch just in case he might take a punch. It's a really boring fight. And I also said that, if Tyson Fury was going to fight Vladimir Klitschko and Klitschko was going to fight like that, then there was a big chance that Tyson Fury was going to pull off the upset, and that's exactly what happened. If you look at the first fight, if you watch their fight, I watched it only twice, and I think Tyson Fury won it convincingly, and Vladimir Klitschko wasn't confident enough. He wasn't throwing enough punches, and he needs to put a lot more pressure on Tyson Fury. And the way he fought against Bryant Jennings, if he doesn't change up his style going into the second fight with Tyson Fury, by putting pressure on him and throwing some punches, throwing some combinations and taking the fight to Fury, we can see the same thing happen. I'm hoping that Tyson Fury does beat Vladimir Klitschko, because I think, Vladimir Klitschko, although he was a great champion, I think that the heavyweight division was really quite dead. Now it's coming to life. In boxing, you need characters. You need people that are going to take the sport to that next level. And Tyson Fury is a character, and whether you like him, whether you hate him, he's interesting to watch. So hopefully Tyson Fury does beat Vladimir Klitschko, and we can see some great unification fights with our very own Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, and also Deontay Wilder, and it'll be interesting. I mean, we'll wait and see what happens. Either way, looking forward to tonight's fight, AJ versus Prince Charles Martin. I'm hoping that AJ does it. I reckon he'll knock him out within 6 rounds. Let me know your comments and your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.